they calculated that you weren't on Threads. Now, I think you tried to move there, or maybe it's Blue Sky. I don't even remember. I looked last night trying to figure out where where the government presence was. Right. And I think the other day. Right. Well, because it's not by accident. This is the whole thing. It's never by accident. Meta is moving psychological warfare to overthrow Trump's attempts to control the narcotics, the rampant immigration, the sex trafficking, and all of that. New Mexico saw something. At first, I was confused because it came up that they got on Facebook with profiles as children, and it came up dangerous people were being put in front of them. Well, New Mexico's corrupt, man. Right. That investigation isn't going to stand very long in New Mexico, right? And it didn't. They dropped it. Right. So I'm thinking, why are they? Because it's the opposite of what they would normally do. So their system has glitches. Because what they would do is they would realize that it's an adult. It should have realized because what an adult they pedophilize an adult. Oh no, this is what it was. It's the other side of it. They're pedophilizing a child, right? Or exposing a child to a pedophile. So they pedophilize the pedophile with psychology. They're saying it's a trap for pedophiles. That's a lie. All you have to do is see what they did to my life, and you'll realize that they're going to torture you every day until you become what they want you to become. And then, of course, you're still tortured because who wants to live a life as a pedophile? Right. Oh my God. FBI's in on it. They're all in on it. Right. Actually, some of them are FBI, former FBI. So when Luna was killed, they were recruiting these people. And Luna was one of the victims to be killed out. Right. Same thing went on in Oklahoma. They were recruiting people. I was there. If I'm there, they'll send them in. Now, they may come in as a task force, sex crime task force, narcotics task force, spy hunter task force, and they'll put you on the list. Oh, we're just checking them out. No big deal. They're checking the person out. They're killing the person. Right. 86 of them. They're murderers. They've murdered. They do murder. They're supremacists and believe their murder is making the United States a much better nation, isn't it? Is it a much better nation today? After all, Bezos has money. Elon has money. Trump, you have money too. So you better turn this thing around or you're going to go down quick. Right? Turn it all around, Trump, or you'll be gone. You won't be a lame duck or even be gone, impeached. You're not safe. You're not secure. You need to make sure the right people are doing the right thing and the wrong people are moved away from the right people. Well, they'll kill all the right people in your administration by making you believe some false thing like they already did. People are assigned stuff. I still help the Clintons because it's what's right. I helped the Clinton in the 90s. Well, I talk shit about them every day. I was one of their best employees. Right. As far as being in the Marshal Service. Right. And corrections. I talk shit about them because they're Democrats, right? That's what we do. We're in the Republican Party until Rick Henry came along. Then all of a sudden, Republicans aren't Republicans anymore. Only the cop killers like Hughes and Henry. That's who they are. They work for the foreign spies. They get into the U.S. spies that are corrupt. Again, there are U.S. spies involved. They get in there and say it's a U.S. spy effort, and they kill the good employee out and leave the piece of shit there, so that later on the narcos can flood our country. And they say, "Just show me the money." Now I'm a PI. Now I'm a this. Now I'm a that. Well, I never did that, but you went after me, right? And there's no way that you could tie what I was doing to help the government to what you were doing to me. Right? Right. Just like in the government, they couldn't figure that out, right? While they sat at their desks and fucked off all day and stole the money from the government. That's the key. You can't do anything. You have to be a piece of shit. You'll see the fake propped up people who go after the people that are actually innocent or the people that aren't part of the criminal enterprise. Oh, they have wonderful, packages and file. Oh, look at what this person's done in their life. The Chinese authorize those assignments. The Russians authorize those assignments. They know that scam. I guarantee if I was over there in Minnesota, I could have everybody doing the right thing within weeks so that they couldn't defeat our defenses. And that's what's the fucked up thing. You have to actually, and that's what they're bogging you down. It's the three psychological principles that NVXIM used. Right. Obedience. What was the other one? Obedience, depletion. That's what they're doing. Walls is part of it. So where does NVXIM come from? Or whatever, NXVIM, whatever it is. China. Right. These are psychological experiments. Russia. But again, Russia is laughing because it is Khrushchev's plan, but we get the last laugh because he's not going to get, he's got problems too and he can't take over. Right. But he's destroyed our capability to be a real government, a real country. It's fake. Elon's not supposed to have money, but okay, he's got money. He's part of the scam. Trump's got money. They all got money. But the system that they say exists doesn't exist. You don't get money because you deserve it. You get money because you'll do somebody for the system. That's it. But again, those people will go to hell. No, our church says they won't. They just gave us another $1 million for temples. We're building temples. Temples to what? Satan? Agreed. They're not saving children. That's the scam. Of course, they're saving children. Why? Because when I call 911, the police department answers the call. Now, how they answer it depends whether I'm part of their criminal enterprise or not. Right. So by default, if you're working for missing exploited children, if you're working for FBI sex crimes unit, you're going to save some children by default. But if you even fuck off one agent that's better than you, you just cause children to be raped, murdered, abducted, and worse. You're not that good, any of you. Look at the nation. You're not that good. Everybody that was good was killed. Now they probably don't even get in. Agreed. You got to have somebody at the academy. You got to have people at the academy. You got to have people that know martial arts. I wouldn't rely only on your people. I'd hire some outside people. Right. There's a couple of the people that are operators, special operators. They do instruction. Right. Get some new ideas in there, right, along with your people. So your people are the liaison to whoever you bring in, and you all sit together and brainstorm new. Trying to call me while I'm in the middle of this. Bink, spam a Rooney. Right. Well, how I know is your call because you're a piece of shit. And you've done it to me for like 25 years. Not even that long. I haven't phoned that long, I don't think. On and off for 25. See, I'm honest. And that brings me to the next thing Hashem wanted me to speak about. You don't know me, and that's what they bank on. And they don't let you know me. But again, a lot of you know that it's a scam. Right. That's how they do it. Right. Now, I don't want to hear from dirty cops. Come on, get the fuck out of my face. Now, there's a problem with me doing that? Why? Isn't that how you're supposed to investigate? Isn't that how you're supposed to disrupt technology? Using disruption technology to change somebody to do the right thing? So why do you have a problem with it? You know it's law enforcement. Right. Because you're a scammer. And you all work for the narcos, the sex traffickers, and you're hiding your pedophilic past or your sex crime past. You destroyed some fucking woman you raped years ago as a cop. And you're hiding that secret. So yeah, when I was in Santa Fe, the woman was nuts and she hated me. Now, see, God has to use me because if she hates me, the average person is going to not help her and not research it to see, well, did this woman really get raped by a cop in Arizona? She was. That's why she was destroyed. But she was a paranormal. That's why she was destroyed. And she became a paranoid because they know how to do that. Again, devils can attack a paranormal more so than everyone else. That's why they take the paranormals up, the seers. Right. But now you reversed it. You took up the anti-seers. Right. Anti-ice, anti-seers, anti-anti-anti. The anti-church took over the church. What is that? Anti-anti-anti. Thank you, Larry. No, like I don't know I can see. I don't even know seeings exist, but they knew I was a seer. I'd say stuff and they'd freak out because they're like, how does he know that? People usually can't see us. Because you're devils, man. All of you. It's not a matter of not being trained. You're just confronted with a situation that nobody can navigate efficiently until you regroup. Right. Again, when we go to war, these are the things that happen even in war. But again, you can't just shoot everybody. They know that that's going to make you look bad. Again, it's justified, but at a certain point, now the CEOs come up. Who are the CEOs? They're taking a neutral, look like a neutral stance, right? The CEOs are part of the corruption. Again, who are the CEOs in Minnesota? The people that put Ellison in, the people that put Walls in. So they're not trying to do anything, but they're supposed to, oh, I'm your buddy. I'm your buddy. Don't listen to Larry. We're your buddy. We're money. We're money. We'll donate if you want. We're your buddy. We'll donate for the Chinese and the Russians, and we'll use our face as CEO. So again, they simultaneously launched an attack on my life. So I know what's going on. Right. So anybody that comes up now is part of that next move. So it's like when you're in the military. You know, actually, they got military shooter games. So let's say you're like looking out in the distance, and there's all these there's the hilltop, and you're like in your position, and then like the little like silhouettes come up, bink, bink, bink. That's who they are. You can't shoot them, but they're spies and spycraft operators. That's how they got their money. Right. And as each one comes up, friendly or foe, you look at it, foe, foe. So again, you have to take those notes and know who they are. They're part of a RICO machine. Right? And they're using their RICO extortion machine against you. And it's not just like they say, oh, you shouldn't have had something dirty in your background or something like that. That's what they use on people. Right? It's your fault. The idea that it's your fault that this is happening. You can change this. It's a lie. That's why people like Luna committed suicide, because you can't change it. So in his mind, he believed there was something he could do to change it. And that's what the Marshal Service and what they're feeding Jim Spicer was trying to do, make me believe that there was something I could do to change it. But they're playing that game long enough to say, well, it's actually your fault. And you can't change it because it's your fault. See? So again, they pop up. You look at them, it's just like a shooter game. And again, we'll have to heal that. Shooters are coming up, so we need to heal that. Yeah. Healed. Yeah, Rafa. That's simple. Have faith as it's done. Right. So, but like if you look out in the distance, The difference being the news world at this point. And when you see like the CEOs come up, when again, I don't know what's happening in your personal lives or what you're seeing, but in my life, I know they've been, it's a crescendo. They've been increasing it. And no, there isn't anything I'm doing wrong. There isn't anything I can do to tell you, well, if you didn't back Trump and you just were quiet, no, bullshit. They made me merchandise. Right? It doesn't matter what I do. Right? Yeah, why would they do this? That they made merchandise of me in the marketplace. Why would they do it? Because they're devils, man. And I work for God, and I've always been with God. Don't let them flip the script. Don't let them take God from you. So they're out there orchestrating the issues that they extort the person about. And it isn't even real. Right? And in fact, they should have done a lot of time in prison for what they've done and what they're doing. I'll get back to you in a second. Stay peaceful. Praise God.